Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. I'm so excited to be hanging out with y'all today. We're doing Illustrator weekly challenges, and today we're going to be doing patterns. So I'm really pumped. Make sure you go into the chat, grab your starter files, get all that goodies, play along with me today. So we're going to be having a lot of fun. It's going to go really fast. You don't know anything about me. I'm Alex Lazaris, and I love patterns. I love pretty much every Adobe stream. I feel like I am making patterns on here. So if you haven't seen them before, this is going to be your go-to stream. Kara Sykes, what's up, Kara? What up, Cody? What up, Clever? How y'all doing? Robert, what's up? Oh my goodness. Kara says my setup is awesome. Thank you. It's all my little downhill skateboards, motorcycle racing stuff, car racing stuff. You know, all the hobbies that your parents tell you not to do. That's what I've done. It's pretty great. Cody says, I love making patterns too. Yep. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Alex Lazaris. I make pretty things, and most of it is with patterns. But if you want to check out my work, check it out at wearelazarus.com. Get your starter files. We're jumping into it. My brightness is too low. Let's check it out. All right. So I gave you these little starting vector floral patterns. I feel like, it's spring, summer, whatever it is now. It's June. Summer, right? We're in summer. We're going to agree with that, chat. All right. We're going to make some patterns with some flowers today, but you can use this for anything you want, any kind of patterns. I'm going to show you some of the basics. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do it. All right. So you might know the pattern tool, but did you know you can start mirroring stuff? All right, let's take it. I like this guy a lot. It's kind of spiky and cool. So I'm going to just take this, make sure it's grouped. I think it's all grouped. Cool. So I'm going to go here, go to edit, top left bar of your screen. And then I'm going to go to, oops, sorry, I lied. Go to repeat. So we can do repeat if you want to, grid. So this is a really cool option. Not your typical pattern making tool, but you can just start spreading this out. Go whoop. You can make it as big as you want, which is pretty sweet. Clever says nice flower shapes. Lots of fun little flower shapes, So you can also add more in here. You can add some spacing. You can add more spacing vertically. It's pretty awesome. I love this tool. You can do it that way. Right. You can just duplicate this one and grab, let's make some clumps now. So we're gonna take this like pink one and we'll go into object, repeat, and then you can do like a radial if you want to. So you can make some really cool, like instead of doing like a brush tool, you can start playing it with it this way. I think that this is really fun for like, whoa, it starts to get too much there. But, like that's cool. You could just have like 5, 6 flowers in there. You can add more instances. You can also you can cut them off with this repeat tool, which is pretty sweet as well. So you can kind of make like a C or an S. You can make a bunch of different shapes with it. And then what else can you do? You can also space it out this way. So it gives you a lot of options. All right, so this is not your pattern tool yet. I know we're going to get to that in a bit. But this is one of my favorite tools. I love using these for logos. It's really simple. It's really clean. So that's the radial tool. Let me actually add some back in there. And then I'll rotate that around. Cool. Boom. Simple. All right, so that's one option. Let's grab another one. And I go up to the repeat, it's the mirror option. So you could just add one here if you want. Add some spacing. These are not really going to give you a pattern, but it's an option if you want to repeat on it. What up, Patrick? How you doing? Cody says, cute little lilac wreath. That's the word I was looking for. Lilac. Thank you. All right, so that's not the pattern tool. We're going to get into the pattern tool now. But those are so good. All right, so we're gonna start playing with it. I'm gonna take this here. Maybe I'll take this. Yeah, we'll take these two elements. All right, Command Shift H if you want to change your background to just be fully white. It's up to you. By doing Command Shift H or Control Shift H on Windows, it hides your artboards. So I typically like to design in this white play area. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this element, and I'm going to go to Object, Pattern, Make. Okay. So that's an option. We can take this, and what you see here is you've got this new pattern option. You can name it. We'll just say like starter. All right. You have the option to tile on the grid, brick by row, brick by column. Here, I'll show you what each of them does. So you can kind of see, I can change the brick offsets as well. And by doing that, it gets you, a little bit more gridded. You can also go in here and start adjusting the width of the artboards yourself. One of my favorites is brick by hex by column. I think that this typically for me gets me in a way that is not just like a step and repeat. So if you don't know what step and repeat, it's taking a step and repeating it over and over. You'll oftentimes see that with like Hollywood movie like backdrops where celebrities go and like get their photo taken in like a red carpet or whatever. Like a logo background is typically where a lot of people do that. So that's not as fun nor as cool as like making a spring summer kind of vibe. So we're gonna have some fun with it. But yeah, hex by column is one of my favorites. You can always do it by brick by column or by row as well, and that's totally fine. One of the things that you can do with this is dim copies. So there's this button right here. If you dim it by like 10%, you can see which ones are repeated. So if you have like a very intricate pattern, like what we might have in a bit, this is really helpful. So you know which files you're editing, so you can kind of see. So like if I had it at 100% and I had a bunch of different elements kind of all throughout, you don't know which one you need to click on. You'd be clicking all over the place and you don't know what's happening. All right, so don't lose your art. Just change it by 20% if you want to. I like to do the art typically at 100% just so I can see where everything, like how literal it's going to look. But doing it like 50%, 60% is also really helpful just to get the spacing and sizing down correctly. All right. You also have this copies button tool over here. The copies, right now we're just duplicating it by 3. You can add more and more, so it's just covering your entire screen. If you did like the 9x9, typically I think 3x3 is enough. Showing the tile edge is really good, so you can, I never turn this off pretty much, ever. Swatch bounds does it a little bit different. This is just kind of showing you where all your elements are falling within the swatch. Don't really need to deal with that. Keep the tile edge on. It's going to help you just know where everything is. All right, we're going to go into the sort brick by hex column. Go in here. So I've got this duplicate here. Maybe because these are so tall, actually, I'll probably do like, no, I like the hex. Changing my mind. All right, so I've got these floral elements. I'm just gonna slightly do this. As you can see, with the, it's so busy over here. All right, this entire element hangs off and repeats on the other side of the hex column, right? So you wanna make sure that if you're doing big objects like this, you're going to need to either increase the artboard, the tile itself. You can increase the width, and you can boom, 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 boom. You can always turn these on as well. You can move tile with artboards and stuff like that. We're not going to necessarily need that right now, so I'm just going to do this, and then boom, shrink this in here. So now I've got like kind of some interesting stuff happening. I probably will want like a background element. Maybe I'll grab like a, I'm gonna grab this and paste it behind, Command B. And then I'll probably pull in like a natural, like some greens maybe, or something like that. Maybe I'll do like an off white and a yellow like that. That actually feels nice. Kara says, one of my favorite things about pattern make is the visual of the pattern outside of the tile. Yep, I 1000% agree. It's just so much fun. Let's see if we just like, do we want just one flower? If I was to make like one simple pattern, how would I do it? Why is this not? And Shift G. There we go. I'm going to lock that bottom layer with Command 2. I will probably forget that I locked it. I'm going to ungroup that. Boom. I'm just going to grab some of these like elements. Command Shift G. Grabbing these, boom. Command Shift. Just grab this and pull it out. Actually, cool. I guess I could take that stem and boom, boom, boom. Cool. So I got this little element in there. Boom. We'll do it really, really rough. Get it in there. Cool. Great. Fantastic. And then I'll do this just to fill it in. Boom. Cool. So I can take like secondary elements. Now I've got some like floral pieces just hanging out. So I'm just making like a really simple pattern, and then I can take another flower, and then I want it to come in kind of on this like, ooh. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to do a background color. I will just make sure that the pattern works. And then I can always do a background pattern, background color underneath the pattern. Grab that, boom, boom, cool. So you want to make sure that your elements aren't running into each other, or there's like not a break in the overlap. So there's the flower outside. Okay, cool. Let's clean that up. Cool. Cool. All right. Let's see here. Nice. So I'm starting to see, okay, let me actually increase the 9x9. How does that look like from a pattern perspective? It looks like there's a little bit of a blank space in the middle. I kind of want to fix that. So I'll grab this baby there. Perfect. Maybe I'll grab a leaf as well. Whoa. Okay, so I clicked out of it. What you can do now is you can press M for your marquee tool and then go up to your swatch. And then it'll be right in your swatches panel. Name start. So have no fear. If you did that on accident, you know, you can just go in here and just double click back into that swatch, and then you can edit it again. If it's not being a pain. All right. And I'm going to grab some green leaves. Let me just... Cool. Got this leaf. Cool. I want to fix that point right there. And then, yeah, just filling up the space a little bit. You can take as much time as you want doing this. Typically take a lot of time on it. It's a lot of fun. And then you just kind of want to make sure that your eyes are not seeing any like clumps. I feel like for me, I always try to make sure that the patterns feel organic. They feel interesting, but they're not like clumpy or like having huge repetition. That's typically what I try to avoid with the patterns. All right, let's see here. Now we go. So sometimes I'll see something and I want to just break up some of the line work on it. That's actually feeling pretty good. Let me add another leaf in there as well. I'm starting to see, just by that addition, I started seeing a lot more horizontal lines. So I'm going to break it up by rotating it. Cool. And that's starting to feel really nice. Sorry. So that's our swatch there. What I could do now is like, I can just make whatever big pattern I want, right? Like, cool. That's great. Now behind it, I can do that color palette that I liked earlier. We'll just go here and then boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to copy paste this behind. Command C, Command B. And Clever says, chew. Can you reduce the pollen too? That's funny. This is pollen free, okay? This is good for you. All right. So you're like, hey, Laz, I love the idea of being able to do this pattern. I want to make it bigger. Well, no problem, my friends. All right. What you can do is you go to your document setup. Oh, no. Oh, the beach ball of death. Whew. Whew. Oh, preferences is what it's called. Settings? Where does my settings buttons go? Oh. Where are you? Okay. You go to your preferences. Go to settings, go to preferences, go to general, and then click the transform pattern tiles button. You can turn this off. And then now, whenever I do this, I can, should be able to. Let me go to the scale tool. Scale. Scale tool. Do your thing. What are you doing? Transform patterns. There we go. Transform patterns. I pressed S. There you go. All right. Not performing right. All right. So if you press S and then press Enter, that's the scale. That's a shortcut for scaled button. Press S, press Enter, and then you can change how you want to do it. You can do it non-uniform if you want. Do like 50. Break your pattern. Some people want to do that. I don't. But yeah, press S, press Enter, and then you can turn on transform patterns or turn it off. So now you have the ability to just move around this marquee if you turn it off, and then if you turn it on, you transform patterns. And now you're just able to make it as big as you want or as small as you want, right? Super duper simple, super fun, easy peasy. What up, Unicorn? How you doing? Hope you're not allergic to flowers, because we're making patterns today. So now we're just gonna start messing around. We've got some leaves here. Probably take some of this as well. Kind of like this. Maybe I show you again the object repeat radial would probably look really cool with this. Just something like that could be interesting. I wonder if I want to take this and then combine it. Yeah, let's do that. So object, pattern, make. So now if I combine the two, I've got the ability to repeat this radial repeat. And now you're seeing it kind of duplicate. If I grid it by brick by column, maybe I can like, if I do, here's what I might do. We do this and then remove this. And then if I did that, that might get interesting. This is kind of like a wallpaper effect. Like I could see like a bathroom or anything like that. And Unicorn says no allergy. Oh, good. Go in there. Now we can take this. How do I want to do it? Let's see. I'm going to grab this flower now. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go into the pattern I just made, double click into that. I typically, bad habit, I typically don't name my patterns until I am satisfied with them. So I'll typically like, you can duplicate them over and over again by saving a new name, and then I'll name them whenever they're like good enough to go. So right now you just get to bear with me as I name this new pattern. Let's see here, throw this in there. I'm going to throw this behind the blue one. Maybe it's too clumpy now. I'm going to lower the, I'm not going to lower the opacity. I'm going to color change it. Color tone picker. Oh, almost forgot to show you. All right. Blanking over here. All right. Object pattern. You can make a pattern with generative patterns. Describe the pattern you want to make. Floral, spring, picnic with friends. Boom. Go in there. Let's, do I want to cancel or not? What up, Jack? How you doing? No, I messed up and I hit send too soon. It's gonna give me like a black and white version. I don't want that. I'm trying to get a chat inspired generation done. You know what I mean? Very, very quickly. Pulling the floral picnic with our friends from chat, but it's taking for long. Ugh. And I can't cancel it. Hurry up. Kara says, is this using your art that you selected? No, it's not. Now I'm trying to actually specify colors. Can I pick one? Come on, eyedropper. I wish okay, that's not gonna give me what I wanted. Flat design. I thought I could art direct it. I guess I can't. Oh well. All right, let's see what it got. Let's see. This is what it made. It's kind of fun. It should be pulling some from that. I know on the other ones you can, like, I can edit the pattern. I should be able to. Oh, that's cool. I can actually edit it. Go in there. And now I can actually tweak all these elements. So if I wanted to throw in some of those illustrations we had, or if I don't like this bottle, I can just remove it. I can take out this background color. I can take out any of these broken shapes. I like the concept of this. So you can kind of use this also as inspiration if it's not at the highest fidelity for you. And you can kind of go in there and tweak it and fix it. It is in beta still, so there's a lot of things happening. Carol says, hi all, making patterns. Is anyone old enough to remember the phrase making candles? Lol. Clever says, shaking it like a Polaroid picture. Carol says, or a kaleidoscope. Yeah. Oh, kaleidoscopes. I love kaleidoscopes. All right. Let's go in here. Click, click, click. It's doing a lot of thinking right now. There's a lot of vectors happening. Come on, beach ball. Go away. Oh. Okay, great. Oh, symbols. Nice. Don't show again. Carol says, more wine, Alex. You know, it's Tuesday at noon. Why not some wine? You know? It's fine. All right, beach ball. Calm it down. Lots of thinking. Oh my goodness. Just close the art. Doesn't it know we got too much to do right now? Oh my lord. So many vector shapes. It's really thinking so hard. Okay. Stop. Beach ball. Oh my lord. Come on. Why? Oh, it doesn't show you the beach ball on my stream. That's funny. All right, we're just not gonna look at that. We're gonna close that panel. Oh no, more beach balls. Oh no. All right. No, close. Come on. All right, we're just gonna. Oh my gosh! Stop. Why is my Illustrator doing this to me today? Okay. All right. I think it's calmed down now. All right. I'm going to go back over here in the safe area of my Illustrator. Nothing safe on my Illustrator. Oh my gosh. Chat, if you stream long enough, you become your own meme. This is oh, it's like struggling. Maybe it's because I didn't save my file and it knows that chat is probably ringing at me to save. All right, we got 1 minute. Let's make another quick pattern really fast. All right, let's actually just make this gridded up. And then I'm gonna just adjust this bricks by column. I think that this is your traditional, like, I'm gonna lower the height just so it feels like it's coming from behind. I'm gonna change the opacity to 100. If I was to change this up, oh,